Yeah, y'all know what it is. It's TK the poet. You already know, so you ain't got to quote it. And if I spoke it, you already know what that mean. Yeah, I wrote it. Hey, y'all know what time it is. It's Sunday. Uh, Real talk with the poets. We are here, waiting for my poets to come up. But yeah, we here. We live in effect. We talk about a couple topics, life experiences, relationships, things that going on. But at Porch Life, we like to keep it real talk. So we gonna do that. But how was your weekend? My weekend, it was fun. It was great, relaxing. Got a lot of stuff done. But like I said, we here for the poetry, and we got a lot of stuff going on. I want y'all to first. I want to shout out to all my poets. That's coming back. Zoe, Black Jane. Congratulations to them. They coming back and giving live and well in poetry. So shout out to them. But also, I want y'all to follow us on all our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Uh, all that good stuff, man. Follow TK the Poet, TkDaPoet on Twitter, everything. Poetry Life. If y'all not a member of Poetry Life, join the group. There's a lot of great poetry in there. So go ahead and join the group and join the vibe, and and watch this platform elevate. But also talk about elevation. We have shirts, Poetry Life shirts. Hey, I told you, we got shirts on top of shirts on top of shirts. Hey, get the merch. Hey, it's only 25. So I got a special guest that we have coming up here. He goes by the name as King Rico. He was in the comment sections, and he was saying he's one of the dopest poets out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring him up to the stage. Let's go. Let's bring King Rico to the stage.
How you guys doing? I want to give you guys something as a gift for your ears to listen to. I
Okay.
created something in 11 days
Hmm.
and memorized it in 11 days. It's called I Am a Flipper. I believe that life is destined, and everything that happens in life, it happens for a reason. So here you guys go. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Let's
I
go.
said, I am a flipper everywhere that I land. Even as I sit here in prison, I'm flipping, I'm making money, not wasting my time. My time is way too valuable. Many of these people, women, guys, boys, men are wasting their time because they give up and lose hope and love. They don't know how to reach out for opportunities when it passes their eyes. They rather close their eyes and sleep and let the opportunities of their lifetimes just pass them by. Me, I don't like to sleep. I could sleep when I die. I take naps throughout the days and keep reaching for the stars because I want to be successful at everything I do in life, even if it's here locked up in this little box.
Mm.
If people were perfect, then pencils would have not been made with erasers. Not perfect at all, just humans with weaknesses like everyone else. Everyone that I learn makes mistakes in life. I want to be successful in life more than I want to breathe. When you are underwater, the only thing you could think about and want to do when you come up is what? Breathe. That's how bad I want to be successful in life, and I will become it. And if y'all push it to all limits, y'all could become it too. In mine, there are none. I push them to everyone. I am a winner. I lost so much in my life, I don't know nothing else. And life is like a gamble. You can win, lose, die, or get an extra life. I never felt so full, so alive. It's a grand feeling hampered in me, only by the thought that I don't have all the time to do all I want to do. I feel I'm approaching the finish line, racing to it in first place. In life, we learn that life is unpredictable, swallowing even the strongest, and we wonder how we could criticize our unchanging and perfect bodies when ours at least still work. I still believe it today, except when we're adults, the monster often lurks within, making us afraid of becoming all that we are meant to be. The scariest things about masks and disguises isn't putting them on, it's peeling them off one by one and revealing who we really are. It feels real. Yeah, because things in life, they're made, not purchased. Perhaps the most memorable times aren't the ones we buy, but the ones we make up or what? Make happen. And if I stayed asleep, I would have missed on an adventure of a lifetime. I need more such moments, for I have been asleep for too long. There's something I sense, the way the throat can tell when it's thirsty, the way the heart knows when it hurts. When this role plays in your life, you have to catch it and hold on to it tightly and run with it and make sure you don't fumble. I used to think that magic appeared only on my old radio, or on a movie screen, or in a land far, far away, yet life itself is a real miracle. Being able to wake up every day and do whatever you want with you, your mind, or your life at any given time. Look what Trump woke up and did just because he wanted to. I am a real flipper wherever I land, millions of dollars in a matter of no time. Just take the time to think of what the main role of a psychiatrist is, basically to listen to their patients. People will pay $200 an hour just to sit on the couch and lie, just to be listened to. Also think about a person who's incarcerated for life. They could get into a committed relationship with someone in a free world they have never even met outside of prison, and some even choose to marry an incarcerated individual with a life sentence to serve. With many options, what could a person who's incarcerated for life offer to a person in a free world? A listening ear is what gets to commitment, because it is so difficult to find people in the world that will take the time to listen to others. It costs nothing. The key to success.
Fire, fire, fire. Hey, King Rico.
What's good?
Man, hey, man, that was fire, man. So let me ask you a question. Since you on the platform, hey, what got you into poetry?
You know what? I started praying to God. Let me tell you about me. I was playing baseball in school, because I'm originally from Puerto Rico, and I was real nasty. But I was real good at baseball, and then I had a lot of girls they liked it that I knew how to play real nasty and shit like that. So I started getting influenced by the bad company and the street. I liked it, what they was doing. I liked it, the style that was living life. But that got me wrapped up in a situation that, because I was in a place at the wrong time around those type of crowds of people, I ended up getting incarcerated. But you know what? I don't regret one moment of it, because through the process of me getting incarcerated, I started talking to God like, hey, God, please help me. Give me something that I could give the world, something powerful. Give me something that I could do, so I could stay positive and continue doing good. So I had a dream while I was incarcerated that everyone that crossed my path in the journey of my life somehow had to latch onto me and follow me to heaven. That was crazy. And then I started praying, and I closed the Bible, because my mom always told me, close the Bible and put your hand on top of it and ask God to give you guidance and understanding, and tell you what he wants you to know. Well, I don't remember what all the stories said, but I remember this dude named Thomas, and he told God, he was like, God, but how could we know how could we know how to get there? I don't know the destination. I don't know how to get to where we're going. And God told him that I am the truth, I am the way, and through me is the only way. It was crazy, because I was like, man, you know how God's supposed to work in like a puzzle, and like you got to put whatever together, like try to figure it out. And basically, to cut a long story short, I was reading this magazine, and some black bold letters popped up on me and said, follow my commandments, or you're not going to be able to cross the mountain. Instead, you're going to fall flat face on your face and die right on top of it. That scared my life.
Okay.
So basically, I told myself, like, if this is what you want me to do, God, I'm going to continue putting words together, because words are powerful. And one word that you say could either build you or destroy you, the way you say it. So basically, I want to do this to try to, I built this one for the thought process and the feeling, because a lot of people lose hope, they lose love. I built it also for the people that's incarcerated. They got low self-esteem, so they feel like, oh, I don't even want to live and this and that. So I'm trying to give them like a reason to don't give up, keep on going, you know.
Okay. So that poem that you had just spit, what was your inspiration for writing that? Or can you go through a couple lines in that poem that you felt was your
when I said if people were perfect, then pencils would have not been made with erasers. I meant there's nobody perfect in the world, but I do know they come with erasers for a reason. So if you make a mistake in life, all you got to do is erase it and continue going, move forward. Like don't think about it and continue moving forward. When I say I feel like I said when I'm at the race, when I said I feel like I'm racing, all right, whatever. When I say that I feel like my time's running out, like I'm racing and I'm at first place, that means that I'm racing at life, and my time and life is running out, so I ain't got too much time. So I ain't got enough time to do what I gotta do. But I'm gonna do it right now, every day. Every day that I can reach out to one person, I'm happy with that, because at the end of the day, I'm doing it for God, like I told you. So basically, that one. And then when I say in life we learn that life is unpredictable, swallowing even the strongest, and we wonder how we could criticize our unchanging imperfect bodies when ours at least still work. That's power. That's power. You know why? Because people be so like fast to oh, I'm ugly, or this doesn't look right at me, on me. But just think about the people that don't got an ear, don't got an eye, they can't see, can't talk. Like those are you got to appreciate everything in life, because once everything is gone, once you get that time taken away from you, you can't get that back.
No, most definitely you cannot get that time back. That time is lost. You know, it may preserve you, but you can't get that time back at all. So yeah,
exactly. So that to me is priceless. It's worth more than any money in the world, because your time is all I want. Like, this is valuable to me. So I consider you my family now. Everybody, my family. You know why? Because I don't got friends. My dad always told me that a dollar is your friend. If you ain't got a dollar in your pocket, you ain't got no friend. So I started thinking, like, why did he say that? So basically, I was like, I started seeing how people act, like when you're sick, when you're in a hospital, when you're in prison, when you need help, you really don't see nobody. So unless they need something or they want something, then you see them. But when you ain't got nothing, then that's whoever you see around you, then that's your real true friends, you know. And that's hard for me. I don't see that.
Yeah, most definitely. Hey, so what do you have coming up? Let's talk about
I got the BT award weekend. I perform out there on the 24th and the 25th of June, and then I'm in the talks of Times Square in New York.
Okay. Most definitely. Can you give a little shout out so people can find out where you at, where you located?
Uh,
Go ahead.
I'm in I'm in Lorain, Ohio, right now. Station. I'm originally from Puerto Rico. You could find me on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, under King Kenny Melendez King Rico. I got a page, and I'm putting together my original page for all my fans and supporters as well.
Okay. Well, man, I appreciate you coming up here and spitting, man. You're gonna have to come up here again, go ahead and spit that hot fire again. But King Rico, shout out to you, man. I appreciate you coming
Hey,
up here,
hey,
man.
before I leave, I was just working on this little pieces real quick.
Okay,
I
go ahead.
said I said, imagine falling into a deep hole you can no longer see. Imagine having pain but feeling no pain. Imagine not being able to dream or even catch them. Imagine having a heart that didn't pump and all you could do is think and confront your own thoughts. Imagine falling asleep and not waking up, only to wake up and it was all a dream.
Mm.
Peace out. Have
All
a
right.
good one.
All right, man. Peace out. Appreciate you coming up again, man. That's King Rico, man. King
For
Rico.
sure.
Shout out to him. King Rico, man.
Hey,
Hey, man, y'all already know what it is. Hey, that was King Rico. Shout out to him and his endeavors and every movie he's making. So I appreciate y'all, man. Also, I have a person, very special person that's coming up. She is the host of Poetry After Dark, where it gets dark. Hey, man, so it's a new platform. Last Friday we was out, man. We kicked it. We had fun. It was entertaining. So every Friday, go ahead and come join the live. Everything, hey, we just like to have fun. We like to talk about topics, talk about life, spit a little portion in between. But y'all, we give y'all everything that we got. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring the most beautiful, gorgeous woman of poetry life, Mrs. Sluicer, to the stage.
Hey, happy Sunday, happy Memorial Weekend, and all of that goodness.
Hey, no, for real, for real. But how was your weekend?
It. I'm chilling. I'm keeping it as basic as possible.
Look,
Um, I was inspired to cook today. I
what you?
was in that kitchen, TikTok to follow, but no, I was in that kitchen. I made some fried fish. I made some honey cornbread. I threw some ribs in a crock pot that I'm going to fry and probably eat tomorrow because I like to cook them in the crock pot and take them out and clip them individually or cut them individually and fry them and then put barbecue sauce on them because they stay just extra crisp. Oh my God. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I just been chilling.
Why you come up on here, talking food like that? We out here hungry out here like that.
Me
We
too. Me
man.
too. That's
Look,
why I was cooking.
look, I know it was good. I know it was good.
I did my best. Yesterday, grandbaby number 7 made it into the world.
Okay,
Healthy,
hold
happy,
on, bro.
safe.
Shout out to that. We just can't run past that.
Yeah, like so.
We
Shout
just
out to the
can't run past
Stintons.
that.
Yeah, shout out to the Stintons. Thank you for everybody that reached out and said congratulations. Of course,
Yeah.
I'll come back and heart all their comments and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's literally just been a chill weekend. I mean, people throw they shit, but I steps over it.
Okay. So for the people that's out there, that don't know who you are, go ahead and give your spiel.
Don't know who I am. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to everybody. My name is exclusive. I keep it 100 because anything less is somebody else. I am your host of Poetry After Dark. We get into your head and ask that you let us get into your head. every Friday night, 9 o'clock p.m. Whether you spit bars in the poetry category, in the spoken word, the rap category, you sing, whatever you want to do. It's an open platform for you to be able to come through, give us your original content or materials, and just let us know what's behind that thing. Let us get into it with you. Let us feel your vibe. Bounce it off. What you think? You want the feedback? Whatever. We're we're here. So shout out to everybody. We look forward to it. Friday was phenomenal. Friday was full. It was cushioned. If you guys did not see Friday night, go back and watch the replay. I mean, we had heavy hitters doing heavy things in this, and the room was heavy.
Look, between the sheets, man.
Between the sheets.
I like that. How you come up with it though?
Because I had to pick because I wanted to read, and I was like, dang, what we gonna do? And I was like, okay, poetry after dark something. Okay, we got to make it sexy. So between the sheets, it was.
Okay. I like that. We're gonna have to keep that theme up, man.
Yeah, I like that too. So then nobody feels like you have to be under everything memorized and dress right dress. Just come up here with your ideas, your snippets, your clips, your what could go. Shoot, do it. Let's get behind the scenes in front of the camera.
Most definitely. So how do you feel about the two poets rejoining the team?
I am so excited. I have not had the opportunity to have a one-on-one with Miss Black Jane, but of course I am a fan of her work from the poetry contest. And so I'm excited to actually get to interact with her. And Miss Zoe, I check in on every chance I get, or we cross paths with each other. She's always super supportive, always giving positive energy. And I try to bless her with the same. So I am very excited because, of course, I'm a fan of hers. I got her little painting back here in my curio from the first little open mic or whatever over here. Yeah. So I definitely she stays in my thoughts, and I'm excited to get her back up here into her craft as well.
Okay. While we here, hey, comment section. I want y'all to give us some topics. Y'all just throw some topics out there. I need y'all help for a second. Just whoever's in the comment section, just throw out some topics so we can write about. I want to see what y'all got. We'll see what's on your mind.
No doubt. Yeah, let's shoot some topics in there. I also got the opportunity to do a G mix for self-control.
Okay. Talk about that. What's a G mix?
It's more gritty. Self-control has its own vibe. But this one, I felt like it was a little more gritty. So that's how it ended up being self-control to G mix.
Okay. So what is the difference in it? Like, is it?
You would have to listen to it and tell me. You have to listen to it and tell me.
Okay.
I actually recorded it yesterday. But it's like 3 minutes long. So it's only on TikTok. I think I might have posted. I'm pretty sure I posted it in Poetry Life. But it's like, yeah, I have fun with it. It definitely has its own mood.
Okay. So, question. Are you ready to get on these stages?
Never. That's why I stay humble.
For people to really know who Exclusive is?
I mean, yeah, for real. That's real shit.
Hey, we got
shit. Hold up, pause, back up. Shout out to Miss Nana, because I don't want to skip over her. I normally try to send her some love at the top, not somewhere down as an afterthought. So shout out to your household. We love her, of course. But yeah, on some real shit, I actually kind of am, and I'm nervous. However, it's time. So like,
it's time.
All signs don't point to now or never. Then all these signs, they keep pointing to now or never. And so fear is not so much doubt as it is trying to make sure I remain as humble as possible while I'm eating these people up.
Okay.
Because we have stuff that we have to, we have a reputation, we have a platform, we have things like that we have to uphold, that we have to represent. And so those are the things that make me, just because I want to make sure I'm as polished as possible. But yeah, why not get out there and meet the world?
Okay, so Saturday, July 17th is it Sycamore Park in Fort Worth. I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they having a Juneteenth celebration out there. You know,
Let's go.
they looking for, it's a family event with clean inspiration and content. So, they want clean inspiration content. So I said, man, I got that. I got some inspirational content tuck. I don't know too much about clean. I think
Clean, yeah, that part.
but you know what though? Like, look, I understand. Listen. Let me talk to the world for a second. World.
Maybe it's the kids.
I understand we want to cut down the profanity, but come on, everybody cuss. It's just a part of our language. You telling us clean? Okay, why we can't say fuck that? These kids are saying this shit behind your back. I'm just letting y'all know. I don't know if y'all believe it or understand it, but these kids are cussing behind your back.
Maybe they got the respectfully the religious folk out there too.
They be cussing too, man. Let's talk about it, man. We're not gonna do that though. No, they be cussing up a storm. They want to say, "Oh yes, Father, God has been good to me. Yes, bless your soul." And behind closed doors, this bitch ass nigga got me fucked up with that little mess. Like they be doing that. Like, come on, we're not doing that. Like I've been around a whole bunch of church folks. They miss.
Big facts.
We're not doing that, but I understand by keeping it PG. But sometimes there's certain words that you have to put in there just to put a little bit more emphasis on your word, like fuck. You really mean that, So but shout out, But yeah, I'm always about to clean. I really don't use that much profanity in my words and stuff. Like I used to be like I ain't gonna say used to be. I used to do gospel music for a while,
Mm-hmm.
So I done wrote tons of songs without even using the cuss word.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, honestly, I feel like you really don't need to cuss in your material. You can use other words to replace it. So that was always my mentor or writing. I don't have to use profanity. I can just use a different word. It's about using your words. So hey,
that part. Because I was definitely thinking, oh, that would be a good place for mother.
right.
And I think maybe I only have one or two things. I can definitely say effed instead of using the word or muffle it somehow because it's not but one or two.
But what's so crazy though? Like when I was in the Poetry Slam, they didn't tell me it was no cussing. They just say, use your poems, get. So when I get there, I get on stage, and before he get the first poet up there, he was like, "Yeah, there's no profanity." So I'm like, "What? Oh man, no." So but I still on the fly. I was trying to censor my words on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to do, man. I'm not gonna hold. That's kind of hard to do. So I was
It is
up a little bit, but I was still fired though. It's easy.
bad.
But let's talk about getting into on these stages.
Okay.
Your last experience on the stage, your last experience on that stage, how was it?
Boy, it was life.
It was
It
like,
was like it was like being on a roller coaster. You
mm,
know you're about to enjoy the ride, but half the time you're gonna feel like your guts is in your throat.
mm.
So I was like, it was a lot, but it was fun. It really was. Like I understand where shout out to Finn in his absence, but I understand what Finn says when he says he feeds off the energy of the reaction of the people.
Mhm.
Because I think the more that I saw, like, and don't get me wrong, there were my daughter and friends, or were in the front, and it was the first time they had heard, so I felt like I had to be up to a certain standard. But just to see even the faces of the other people start to relax and enjoy it, literally go from sitting up to, kind of relaxing and okay, I'm enjoying this. It was everything. The energy was everything.
Look, that ain't. I'll be telling people like that energy make you feel like a god up there. It's like oh, they here for me though. Okay, they applauding, they clapping, they cheering. Oh, they really here for me. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and give them this work. Yeah, but like I said, man, my first time on the stage, I was nervous. I was like, mm-mm. All these people looking at me. They they not they just looking. They just looking. They looking. I'm like, oh man, I don't know what to say. So I got up there, I spit my poem. I kind of got through it. But it wasn't clean. So but I was kind of nervous. Then the second time I got up there, I forgot my words. Like I was almost close to the finish of my poem. But then I lost the words, so I had to freestyle. But people are like the person I was with that came and supported me. They were like, I didn't even know that you messed up. It didn't even sound like you messed up. But I'm like in my head, yeah, those words didn't go to the end. So, but now I feed off the crowd. They give me they like the fuel to the words. The more cheering, the more they interacting with the poem. Just it's intensify the poem. So shout out to them. Because without them, it's like sometimes my delivery wouldn't be that awesome, and without the crowd. So shout out to them.
What Finn talking about? He been blackballed.
Let me see, because he was telling me to send him an invite, and I had sent him an invite, so I'm not understanding why he feel like he being blackballed. I don't know if I missed or skipped over, but I sent a lot. I think I did send him, but here you go, Finn. My bad. My apologies. I'm sending it to you now. So my bad. Players slip up. You slip up sometimes. So
players fuck up too, Finn. Players fuck up too.
Okay. We got something real special person coming up. Y'all know her by the Diddy Done, something like the morning sun. I'm gonna bring up the Diddy Done, the Diddy Done.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
What's going on? Oh, hold on, it didn't bring you up. A little mouth.
Yeah, she's up. Oh, I can see her. I could. Now she's gone.
My fault. Look, it wasn't popping up on my
screen.
Cool. I just want to make sure because I got y'all on in the TV.
Okay. Got on the big screen. Okay, I like that.
You're doing double stream.
Okay, that's what I like. What's going on with the Don?
Nothing much, man. I'm actually tired. I just want to go to sleep.
Are you home yet?
Yeah, I'm home. I'm back home now.
Oh, okay.
When did you get home?
I was.
Okay, you got Vegas. Okay.
You got that jet lag.
What time did you make it back?
I made it back way long time ago, but I'm still tired. I need like 8 hours of for real though. For sure.
I can dig it though.
I'm serious.
You didn't find no open mic in Vegas?
I had no time. I was with my cousin. We were just doing our thing, getting drunk, but that was it. So
shout out to me and the bartender.
Okay. Hey. So what? Did you gamble?
No.
No.
I mean, I was gonna lose my money. I
that part.
A budget.
If I'm gonna blow it, at least let me be full tipsy, something. Like what? Yeah.
I'm gonna need more cash at that point. I didn't have.
Look, did you go to Fremont Street?
Not Fremont, but I saw the lights. Oh well, the water show.
The Bellagio.
Bellagio. I saw.
They're dope, right?
Yeah. It was there all. For sure.
Okay. Hold on. Let me bring one more person to the stage. Let's bring the two-time reigning champion of Poetry Life, Finn the Human. Well, he said he's been blackballed, but he hasn't been blackballed. He's here. It's Finn the Human. He's champion. What's going on with you, Finn?
Boy,
what they doing to you?
The invites getting fewer and farther in between. No, I'm just fine. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, man, I'm cool. I thought I had sent you the invite. My bad.
He's in the comments saying, "Send me the link." He literally says,
"You good, man."
Look, I think he just be doing that just to draw attention to himself because I don't. Hey, y'all get y'all links, don't y'all?
I got.
All right, then. I know I ain't tripping. Okay.
I said it two times. Two times I said send the link. It was 2 times.
Oh,
but look, I had to give you.
It's all gravy.
Had to bring you in. How you did you hear the poet that came up? King Rico?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was feeling it, man. Yeah.
I was.
I missed it. I was locked out of my laptop.
Oh, I heard. I had it up the whole time.
He had something. So one of the poets had a topic on perseverance, and King Rico said something that kind of brought me back to that topic, where King Rico was like, so many people don't have people in their life. There is no support system. They don't have anybody to listen. There is nobody to talk to. You know, there is no friendship if you don't have something of value to offer to somebody in the immediate. And I was wondering what people thought about that, because I actually see that often with in adult life, where people are completely alone unless they have something of value to offer to somebody immediately to them.
That's the only time you see your true friends is when you have nothing. When you're back against the wall and you can't. There's nothing you can offer them. It's only if they're coming through to help you. Like I want to see who I can call. Who's the 3 people you can call when you don't have anything, nowhere to go. Those are your true friends.
Okay. Man, you know what though? I ain't gonna hold you. Like when I was doing my side business, allegedly doing a side business, like selling t-shirts and cups and other merchandise and stuff like that. Yeah. So, when I was very profitable on that,
Packaged goods.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for real.
So, I had a whole bunch of people around me, hey, it's TK with the woo, I felt like the president, I felt like, shaking hands all day, like, hey, but once, I scaled back and stopped, I let the side business go, then you see, who really was there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was there because, TK, he's not there, the life of the party. He ain't blase, he ain't doing this shit. So a lot of that does, kind of fade back. So once you start realizing, like, okay, it was just because of the money y'all was around. Okay. Oh, that's cool. So, you start to see little things as you start to live life. You see certain people attach your life for a certain position that you are in life. Then once you elevate, or even if you decline, some of those people are going to fade away eventually. Some, not all, but some.
Hey, real love is
love
is servitude.
So
Servitude. If you're not
y'all know I like to stir the pot. So an ex of mine, me and her were having a conversation on hardship of and what that really entails and what that means. And she was telling me about the times where she was homeless. And I was like, okay, I've been homeless. That's tough. And then she said that her times of being homeless was basically, I'm gonna quote her on it, where she said, well, I was pretty girl homeless, meaning that I always had somewhere to go because I'm a pretty girl. And I'm like, that's a different kind of homeless than what I'm talking about. So
nah, for real.
Yeah.
Well, see what I like. Those pretty girls, they always gonna have a place to stay.
That's true. What they say, hobosexual?
Hobosexual. Now, if she was ugly, now, that'd be different. Like, oh no. But 9 out of 10, you see a little cute, you want a little damsel in distress. Sometimes you want to put on your Superman cape and I'm here to rescue you. A lot of dudes are like that though. So look, like they put on their Superman cape, like I will rescue you. I will take you from these filthy streets. So so you got a lot of superheroes out there. Shout out to superheroes, man.
I know.
Look, the Batman.
Shout out to the superheroes.
So Finn, are you a superhero? Have you ever? No. Question is, have you ever been a superhero? That's a good question. Have you ever been a superhero?
Hello?
No, I mean, there was that one person that I invested everything I had to give into, but I wouldn't say that was me being a superhero. That was me investing into the person that I was trying to build a relationship with. So I wouldn't say that was just me just taking some strays off the street and you know what I'm saying, trying to save the world. Cause nah, I ain't on that. So
He said he's not Captain
but yeah,
Safe.
most definitely most definitely if it was something that I felt genuine about, then yeah, I'm gonna put my all into it.
So I got another question for you, Phil. We're talking about, the topic. Have you ever been in a position where you felt like, your people turn your back and you had to fend for yourself? It was all on you. It was all or nothing. Have you ever been in that type of situation?
Yeah, I think as an adult male, I think I'm always in that situation. I think men in general are the loneliest humans on the planet after they reach a certain age. And then I think unless you have children or immediately close family, you just kind of end up being by yourself until you die. So,
Oh,
man, but you know what, man? This one dude, he told me a story about this elderly man. He said he used to go by on the weekends to check on him. So he said one day he went over there to check on him, and he told him like, he asked him how you doing. He was like, well, I'm just sitting here living. He's like, man, let me tell you something. I know everything that's about to come on. I know all the commercials word for word. I know what commercial's going to come on after that next commercial. And he looked at him. He said, "Have you ever wanted to die but you couldn't?" And I'm like, man, that's deep.
well,
And
I mean, since we talking about it, let's talk about it. At a certain age, a man reaches, he is automatically creepy in everybody's mind. If he's single by himself, there's something wrong with him. And so, like, if in the community that I live in, if I walk around and there are children around and children come up to pet my dog, the mothers will come and no, don't talk to him. It's automatically something's wrong with this guy. You know what I'm saying? So you're already put into a category of as a almost like a predator. And so you're almost ostracized from the community you're in just for being a single man.
I say that and too when after a certain age, if you ain't got a man or you don't got kids.
Well, I mean that's justified. Those women are creepy when they get old, Don.
What do you mean creep? Like, come on.
Wait, what age is old?
That was a joke. I was a joke. I just wanted to see Exclusive's reaction. She just gave me a timeout.
Like, what?
She's like, not too
No,
much.
I wasn't calling you old. I was just saying the reaction was. Yeah.
Man, but if you're a woman and you're single and don't have kids after 4, they're gonna be like, her, you know what, ain't working. Or got a bad attitude. She's unpleasant. And when nobody.
So look, I got a question for y'all ladies. So when is it time for you to say, okay, I need to find a man to settle down? When is the right time?
All the time. What do you mean? Like all the time? No, I'm just like the old you talking like just settling down, right?
Yeah, just settle down. Like I'm done with the fuck shit. I want a family. I want to be married. I want, the family shit. When is it a time when you put all your childish shit away and say, okay, let me go find a husband?
I'm thinking if you weren't already doing that like before, like in your high school times, but it should be like 25 to 30. Like that little 5-year span is like when you like really be crunching down and find somebody you're gonna like start building with, because it takes a long freaking time to get to know somebody and know if that person's for you. So you gotta start early, bro. Like for women. That's early.
What you think, Exclusive?
Well, you're talking to somebody who's already been married twice. My first time being married was 19. My concept of love, family, and what I thought it was supposed to be, I had been waiting for. So I wanted to break generational, I don't want to say curses, but I wanted to break the generational thing that was going on in my family, and that there were babies born out of wedlock, things of that nature. So although my daughters were born out of wedlock, or at least my first two, all 3 of them are by the same gentleman. But it was like, oh, I wanted to marry that person. I wanted my kids to grow up in the household with their mother and father. Unfortunately, that's not what happened, or not, we didn't stay married long, but it was something that I desired. I've always been more of I want to be in a relationship than I just want to be out here fucking on people's sons.
But you know what though? Like I got married when I
don't
was
want to be ran through. I'm not a train station.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck? Shout out to the train, Thomas the Tank Engine in them, but I ain't her.
look, see, I think like honestly, like I was 25 when I got married. 25, yeah. 25, somewhere around there. And was it the right time to get married? Fuck no. Like I'm not gonna be. I ain't gonna hold you. Like at that time, I was still what they call a hoe ass nigga. Like I was that. Like hold on. We got a special. He had to make his special appearance. Say what's up.
Hey, baby.
All right, now get out.
So now you gotta go.
Right.
Hey, bring me a bottle of water. Thank you. But close to anyway.
TK, in saying that, the male brain doesn't fully develop until about 26, 27 years old. So,
Which is
biologically speaking, you still have the brain of a child, of an adolescent at 25 years old, whereas the female brain develops around 22, 23 years old.
First, let me stop you right there because I am Himothy. My brain was way developed, way past that. So we're not doing that. Like I'm not your average. Look, I'm a god. I look down on humans walking. What are you talking about?
There goes his ego.
Like no, what are we talking about? No, we're not doing that. Appreciate it. So close the door. Well,
his ego.
Not gonna do that though. So but
boy, Himothy hit puberty when he was 6. If we let him talk about it, man, your body develops when your body develops. There's nothing the fuck to do with it.
Look, I am Himothy. I was I jumped off the porch way before y'all even know what a porch was. You know what I'm saying? So look, check this out though. But
not before I knew what a porch was, and I was out here first. Like what?
Like, hey, to chill. Wait, because let's be real. Like you were probably still in the house while I was out in the street. Yeah, you might be a little bit older, but I was out there at a young age. So we're not, just relax.
But who's to say I wasn't out there in the streets?
I said
I wasn't hoe hopping.
No, you'll probably know. I say, so what age range was you when you first found like, okay, this is freedom?
I didn't really have a choice. I used to get locked out the house. So like I've been outside for a while.
Okay.
I just always, no, for real. I've been outside for a while, and to keep myself protected, I only hung with the boys.
Okay, go off.
I say all the time, I don't have a lot of female friends, but the female friends that I do have been like once in a lifetime type females, because I never been one to mix with a bunch of women. I've always had like all male friends. I ran the streets with all males. I had to be a certain type of aggressive so I could fit in, and they wouldn't consider me a girl, or I would have been ran through. So it was just kind of that. It was the defense mechanism. The streets just kind of raise you because your mama busy or she working or whatever. So it just kind of went like that for me. Okay. I didn't find sanctification, church, and all of that. I mean, my mom always had me in church, but I didn't make real decisions about church till way later on in life, and that was out of desperation.
But see, like me, when I got married, I was still, in my side business and stuff. So I was having money. I was young with money. So, I felt like, what? You can't tell. I run everything. I tell you to jump. Look, what? You better jump. I tell you to jump. What? I pay all the bills. I'm King Kong around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, my mindset was back then like, look, you can't tell me I can't come back home 12 o'clock in the afternoon. What? I feel
like you might still be like that just a little.
No. I didn't chill down a lot, but
I said just a little.
I elevated, you know. But at that time I wasn't ready to get married. I wish I would have waited until like I was around 31, 32, you know,
Mhm.
for but I was young. I didn't so I think my age I should have got married around by 33, maybe,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. That's a nice age. Everybody
Finn,
deserves.
What about you? How old you have to be before you think, okay, it's time for me to settle down?
I think I would. The first time I proposed, I would probably 21, 22, something like that. Uh, Things didn't work out, but I think what age was I probably have a lasting relationship? I probably not until my 30s, early 30s.
So at 21,
Uh,
you was at 21, you was ready to get married?
I thought I was. It didn't happen, but I mean, I thought I was. I would jumping into it. Life happened instead, but where I think looking back at it now, I think that mentally and everything, that it would have probably been my early 30s before I would have been. It would have been a lot of trial and error if we had got married when I was 21. There would have been a lot of mistakes made.
So I
So
want to ask you a question. So, do you feel like women propose to men?
What? What are you saying right now? How is that possible?
Look, you got my friends over here like, oh, what y'all talking about? Let me in. Let me in. Go.
Women.
Look, I think women do propose.
yes, women have proposed. Women have proposed to men, and there are cultures where it is the woman's side of the family that suggests the marriage and stuff like that, and there's cultures like we have in America where the men propose. That is the majority of what happens is men
So,
propose. But
so this is listen. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. What?
Women propose because it's been so many times women ask, "So when we get married?" I feel like that's a proposal to me. You know, you ask me, "So when we gonna get married?" It's
Never
like
thought about that.
That's
right there, you proposing to me like, "Will you marry me?" So
no, no, no. Okay,
that's factual. You're
no.
on.
That is a woman. That is a woman saying my biological clock is ticking.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? That is a woman just throwing a hint out there that's saying, "Look, I'm getting older.
No.
Where is this going?" That's a woman saying, I hope that you propose to me because uh, in our current society, the men hold the keys to marriage. The men propose. The men decide if they want that woman to be the wife. The men do that, and so it's the men who to hold the keys to a marriage. Now, just a sexual type relationship, women hold the keys to that. But to actual marriage, it's the men that decide if they want that woman to be their wife or not.
but like I said, like women, they propose before men do.
I think
I don't care if they say
No,
they don't
they were
curriculum, they still proposing. Like, but y'all just not getting
no,
that.
they will let that man know that, hey, if you were to propose, I'd probably say yes. But you don't see no woman taking her time and her money and making a big scene and going out there and getting down on one knee and saying, I'm going to submit to you as your wife and you being my husband. You don't see that. That's not a woman proposing. A woman's just suggesting that, hey, if you're up for it, I'd marry you. That, hey, if you want to do the grand gesture, I'd receive it well. That's what the
No,
woman's saying.
the way you explain it.
no,
I just don't like the way
no.
you. I
Women,
mean,
women propose. Period. When you ask a man,
There,
when are we gonna get married? You're proposing.
Okay, well then I'm gonna say this. Then I'm gonna say this: if women are proposing, they do a shit job at it because so many women don't get married.
Look,
I mean, if what they're offering, if they're proposing and the men are just turning them down left and right, women, y'all need to rethink how y'all propose because y'all suck at it.
look.
well, I
I'm
don't know
trying to tell
why.
you.
why that's wrong, because bro, by the time I get to a point where I'm saying, are we about to get married, I done put in so much commitment, so much work. I done showed you I'm wifey material. So yes, you're on the clock. It's not a biological clock, because that was kind of disrespectful. Like, oh, my body giving out, I'm about to not be able to have babies, whatever it is. It's a clock on this commitment. It's a clock on what are you about to contribute to this relationship. But if you're not gonna contribute, well, then there's somebody else is gonna do it, and that's the clock. So I can start the clock on that person, because your clock is over. That's what that is, not a biological clock. So that was kind of, but no.
So biologically speaking, you would like to be married before you're dead, right?
I think everybody does.
Okay, so that would be a biological clock. That would be a biological clock. If you want it to happen before you die, that's your biological clock.
I wanted to happen before we get to the 10 years, and you don't know if you want to be committed to me or not. That's what I want to know. If we're gonna get to 10 years and you still saying I don't want to get married, I want to see how long you're gonna do this without marriage in the back of your mind.
Okay.
Look, they say it's the shot clock.
All right, so Don, hold on. I got a follow-up question for Don on this. Don, you in the hot seat now.
What's up?
You getting the smoke.
I'm ready for it. What's up?
You said in this commitment, I'm showing my commitment. I'm showing that I'm wifey material. I'm showing everything. I'm showing this and that, and then they're still not proposing. Mm-hmm. So are you showing them the things that they value in a wife, or are you showing them the things that you think they should value in you?
And you're right. It could possibly be I'm showing something that I think he values. But if he ain't even communicating that, saying I don't like this, I don't like X, Y, Z, and so I can switch it up and see if it's even something we can both work with, I can actually do what he's asking, and then he likes what I'm doing. If he's not communicating, then what we doing? I'm asking you the question of what is your commitment look like in this relationship? That's all I'm asking. So
okay, we got a question. We got a question that somebody asked. I think it's a very legitimate question that needs to be talked about. I don't know why it takes so long for it to get up there. Y'all see it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, good question. I think, well, it's like almost the same question, just a little bit to me.
Okay.
Because, I mean, you got to define what marriage is there to you, because I think marriage is that bond of finding that person. I'm loving you to the end. I thought that's what, I would think marriage will be. So I would think, I'm going to answer yes to, you're looking to find someone that you're going to love and be committed to. But I thought that's what marriage is. But
so what about, okay.
Well, marriage.
But I mean, I guess because
marriage is a marriage is a contract with the state. That's what marriage technically is. By definition, a marriage is a contract between the state, and then some religions use it as a covenant with God, with their God. But for the most part, it's state paperwork, and it's for tax benefits and healthcare benefits and things of that nature.
Well, I'll go with the latter. I'll go with the bond is what I'll be going for.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage.
So if the bond marriage is what you're going for, and the divorce rate of those bond partnerships or those bond relationships, the divorce rate is almost at like 70% of those, where the contractual business marriages almost never divorce. Why would you want that? Oh, I want this moment of where we are head over heels smitten, but then in 10 years, when this feeling goes away, I'm ready to move on to the next thing, or there's some hardships, and so I'm ready to give it up. But then when you go into it as a business and you look at it as an investment, you tend to want the best out of it. You tend to stick with it in the long haul, outside of the extremities of like abuse or things like that.
Damn, that's kind of fucked up though. Like going into it, like, I mean, I'm not saying that people don't go into it like a business, because most people do. Because there's so many different.
Well, it is a business.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. Most definitely
it is a business.
Yeah,
it's absolutely a business, especially from a man's perspective. If I go into getting a wife, I am investing 80% of my finances into another person.
Mm-hmm.
Because women and children will go through 80% of all the money I would make in my life would go into a woman and children. So it is a financial investment for a man to do that.
So what's the question? I'm sorry. What's the
question?
Oh,
you were saying that you were saying you thought it was sad to look at it like it's a business.
Oh.
Like relationship rather than a relationship of love. And what I'm saying is the relationships with love tend to end up in divorce. And the main reason for that divorce is usually financial reasons. But when you look at it as a business and you build and grow, those tend to last a lifetime.
But you know what though? I agree with you, but I disagree with you as well, because the thing is, I just watched a show. I forgot what criminal show this was, but a woman killed her husband because she got used to the lavish life that they was living. So, once their money started going down, she couldn't drive the yacht and all this other stuff. She put two in her husband for the insurance money. But I feel like she got into it because it was a business mindset. She never got into it because of love. Because if she got into it because of love, she probably would never killed him. But she got into it because, I can profit off of this. I can live this way. I can live that way. And once that money started drying up, she's like, oh, wait a minute. She started panicking. So she put two in her husband and got the insurance money.
Okay. So I would ask you this, TK. Name a woman who sincerely and 100% honestly will tell you they will date a broke man. Who they will marry a man with no aspirations, with no financial help at all. They will support a man. They will financially invest in a man for the rest of her life because she loves him. And you will find zero women will say that, because zero women agree with that. It is a business.
Lockup, I mean, a lockup love and all that. They love people that's in jail. They ain't got no job, goals, aspirations.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna say. You can't put in broke and no aspirations in the same thing. Like, you gotta I feel like you gotta separate that, because I don't think any human wants to be with someone unambitious. Like, no human. So you could be like, do you want to date a broke man? Let's stay there. But unambitious, I think nobody does. I think that's messed up.
Men don't care about women's ambition, to tell you the truth. And a woman's ambition is not something that attracts a man.
Then why do people
not?
Now, what does a woman bring to a table? That's like literally a freaking meme now. What does the woman bring to the table? Every man is
because what that is talking about. No, let me explain. What that's talking about is in a traditional marriage where the man is the head of the household, the man is the protector and the provider, and the woman is the nurturer of the household. Yes, it's the man protecting and providing, and the woman in the house taking care of the house and the children. That's that setup. That's the traditional setup. When the women have changed the narrative and it's no longer a traditional household, and now the woman is also working, then it's, yes, what financially are you bringing to the table? If you're not going to be a traditional wife, now you want to be a modern wife, what are you bringing financially to the table? What is the benefit of me being in a relationship with you if you're not going to be the traditional wife that's taking care of the home and the children?
Hold on for a second. Let me put a pause right there. I want to bring up a special poet, Microphone McFan. I'm going to hit and bring him up. He's one of the all-stars, but he's not a part of Poetry Life. He needs to get with the program and get with Poetry Life, because if it's not Poetry Life, then it's not poetry. Facts.
What's going on, family? How y'all doing?
What's going on, sir?
What's up?
I hate to jump double dutch right into this conversation, but I was watching. I'm the one who posted the question about basically if I'm going to make the promise to you, then why do I need to make it to the state? You're right about it being a contract. It is. It's a business contract. However, though, a lot of women. There are more women. Let me just say this. Nowadays, there are more women that make more money than men. And now that they got into that point where they're financially secure, they still want to love and get married. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of women that do still want to love and get married after they make more money than most men. But at the same time, it is a business contract. And particularly subscribe to it, but if my wife wants to, my future wife wants to get married, wants to do that, sign that contract to whatever, then I do it. But at the same time, it's a bad deal for men. It is. It's a horrible deal for us.
So, do you believe in prenups?
No.
Ooh.
No.
You said
no. I do not believe in prenups. I don't even say. Look, I'm not really even.
Hold on. Like you don't believe they exist?
No, I don't believe that there should be.
Them? You don't believe
I would never ask for a prenup.
Why not?
yeah. Why
Because
not?
if we're gonna do a prenup, we might as well just not get married and just say, look, it's a business contract. Why sign it? Why sign up the contract?
Okay.
I'll love you forever.
Because in any contract, you have the stipulations that you require. So, like in a prenup, you can say, if you're unfaithful to me in any point in our marriage, you're not going to get financial benefits if we divorce. Like the prenup there are stipulations to financial support if we split up. Like if you behave badly, if you are unfaithful, if you step outside of our relationship, you do not get also money after the fact.
Right. And I completely understand that. I get the reason for prenups. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we're entering into what's supposed to be the rest of our lives together. And we're going to start the talk about the rest of our lives together. We're going to start that conversation with let's make a plan if it ends. So we're not really in it all the way, 100%. So we're saying, like, if it ends, you want some financial security. I tell you what, let's not even make a contract to begin with, and I'll set you up with some money now. I'll set you up with what I feel is fair now, and you can have that backup plan just in case. This is money I can't touch. I'll set you aside $1 million if I'm, in that kind of situation. I'll set you aside $1 million in case something fuck up, but blah blah blah. But we're just not going to get married. We're not going to get married and then have to go through fighting for shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna just break up. But let's not make a plan on breaking up now. Like I don't want to start
It's not a plan. It's not a plan that things are going to go bad. I think you go into it with the intention of things working out. But when the statistics are you're more likely going to get divorced than you are to stay married, you take some precautions. Just like the women take some precautions. They in divorce proceedings, they make sure they get some sort of spousal benefits or custody of the children. There are ways in the contract that women protect themselves, and there are ways that men protect themselves. And prenups are not just on one side. Prenups go both ways.
Hey, I got a question. Do y'all know who Mackenzie Scott is?
No.
Okay, she was Jeff Bezos' wife. Don't you know she got? Let me read this again. She got $68 billion in a divorce.
Oh my, that's a
wow.
She got half of his money. She became the richest woman in the world just off of a divorce.
oh shit.
Wow.
Fair? After I put all the work in, she wasn't shooting the gym.
But what happened?
Scott is. Oh, my fault.
Like, what happened? Was she at home being the traditional wife? And then, like,
but I understand that 68 billion.
I look.
That's what I'm talking about.
What was she doing? Okay, let's just say you could have got the opportunity to get that. Would you have? Because if I'm at home being a traditional wife, you don't know she's in the background pumping this Negro up. If she didn't help him during the nights that Amazon was just Amma, you don't know. You don't know what it was. And then you get here, you get money, you get big balls. Now I'm not good enough, or I don't know what their situation was, but you out here cheating, flirting, fluffing, because now you got $1 in your pocket. Yeah, run me my ones. Period.
You know what, exclusive? I'm with you on that. If we build it together.
If we built it together,
she divorced him.
Bro. For real, for real.
She divorced him.
It doesn't matter. Why did she divorce him? Did she say, oh, you know what? She woke up and was like, you know what? I feel like I could take this nigga for half and do this by myself. Fuck him. But he was over there being an upstanding citizen. Then she dog walked him for no reason.
Nah, it's easy to leave a motherfucker when you know you're finna get 66 million though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
not millions, billions.
But then again, let's say that, but not say that, because Jay-Z and Beyonce went their separate ways.
Yeah, but see, they both billionaires by themselves. You know what I'm saying? When your man is a billionaire and you're not, and he's gonna have to take care of you for the rest of your life, then yeah, first problem, you know what? I don't need this. I can go somewhere else because you're gonna have to support me forever.
They could go their separate ways and not get no money from each other and still do okay.
But don't you think
Beyonce made Jay-Z sign a prenup?
They separate. They had their
Jay-Z signed a prenup. Jay-Z, even if they get separated, Jay-Z gets nothing from Beyonce.
I understand that. That's why I say even if they decided to go their separate ways, they are the cheese stands alone. He is who he is in his own lane. She is who she is in her own lane.
Right.
But they still decided they was going to stick it out through
whatever. Exclusive. Let's talk about that though. Realistically, men do not marry for money, and it is not something that typically happens. Yes, there is always the exception to the rule, but for the most part, men are not marrying women because of their vast stores of cash, and so men are not divorcing women to get rich. But it is said. And it is proven that there are a lot of women that do marry for money and divorce just so they can leave with some more than they came in with.
That's
okay, well then let's talk. Let's talk Kevin Federline. Everybody thought Kevin Federline
you had that soccer player. You had the soccer player. You had the soccer player who when he was in his 20s, that's coming up. Is one of the best soccer players in the world, and this 40-year-old woman kind of seduced him and then married him, and then mama said, I know you're about to marry this woman, but every dollar and asset you have is going to be in my name. And so he did it. He listened to his mom, put everything in his mom's name, and she divorced him for that money, and then found out he ain't have nothing because it was all in his mom's name.
Shout out to him. But
right.
guys, there are guys who marry women for their money.
But he did say it's an exception to the rule. There are exceptions.
I said there are
but for the most part,
rule, but it is not.
And we can even. No, go ahead. My part.
So listen. So Jeff Bezos, he's going to have a new wife, right? So in his prenup agreement, he agreed that he's gonna pay her $1 million for each year they together. So if they marry for 5 years, she get $5 million.
That's it.
But hold up, that's it. But see,
that's it. So this is what I think Fan is saying. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And I know you know how to speak, so I know you can easily tell me if I'm wrong on this. Ladies, what y'all not getting is that men are supposed to be providers, and then in a marriage, what we're going to get is penalized for being a good provider. The better of a provider I am for you, the more I get penalized when you leave, regardless of why you leave or what happened. That's why he was talking about the prenup. Like, I need to protect myself because I'm a great provider. You get what I'm saying? But if you leave, now I got to continue to provide for you when you fucking somebody else in a house that I pay $800,000, $1 million for because I'm a billionaire. And now I got to marry somebody else. And you talking about that's it, $1 million a year? Man, girl, you missed it.
No. Well, number one, that case scenario wouldn't be the typical case scenario. So I don't disagree. The reason why I said only $1 million a year, let me go back and correct that because I think you guys swallowed that differently. I was actually thinking he makes probably $1 million a day. I just thought that if they gave the wife $68 billion, all he's offering is $1 million. I would feel like she would get more. Not because she deserved more. I was just
why he
$1 million
that shit when I met her.
Seemed like But I'm saying,
No,
when an
no.
individual that was making $1 million ish, say, or however many a day, I was just surprised at the amount, not the fact that that's what he said. My only was like, oh, only $1 million? Like, okay, the last chick just got 68.
Plus she got $20 million in stocks in Amazon. So we're not gonna do that too. She got 20 million in stocks in Amazon. So
he said this why I don't believe in prenups. I ain't getting married if I'm a multi-billionaire. It's just not gonna happen.
Look, look, hey, they say it's cheaper to keep her. It's not. It's cheaper than to even marry her.
That part.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, I wasn't disagreeing on that type of term. Just like that's all. That's it. Just $1 million. I mean, $1 million is not what $1 million used to be anymore. Like $1 isn't $1 anymore. 10 isn't the same $10 anymore. So I'm talking more from that perspective, not from a greed perspective.
You're right, exclusive. $1 million is not going to guarantee you a lavish life.
Right.
Exclusive. Most grown-ups will never earn $1 million in their life.
No doubt.
The average person today makes roughly about $52,000 a year. In an entire lifespan, you're barely. I mean, even if you work your entire life, you're not going to hit $1 million in your entire life. So if she's getting $1 million a year guaranteed, that's more than most people will ever see in their entire lives of working. So you can't just say in the gym, though, that's it.
But that's what I was just saying, Ben. I just said
she wasn't in the gym either, though.
Saying that. I wasn't disagreeing with that. I was just saying, oh, $1 million, like that's it. Like if let's just say that I assume that the $1 million is because he feels like I just had to give Shorty.
I just got played for 66.
Yeah.
I just got played for $68 billion.
Correct.
Yeah, I learned my lesson. I'm not going to make the same mistake.
But none of them was in the gym, though. None of them was shooting.
Yeah.
None of them was in the gym, man.
She wasn't on Amazon writing code. She wasn't writing code in the dark garage of my mama's garage.
No,
she wasn't there. She wasn't writing the code.
But the new wife signed that prenup. Here's the other side of my perspective. I mean, of my perception on it, or my opinion on it. Would the young lady then that he's going to marry sign that contract, knowing that possibly she could just say no, and if they got married anyway, she could walk away with more if she decided to do that?
Or he could just not marry her.
Well, he wouldn't marry her.
Or he does not marry her.
He wouldn't marry her.
Right.
Because I agree with the prenup being, I don't want to talk about the possibility of us not working out in the beginning. Now,
that's what my point was.
Will or something like that, because we're getting married. Here's a will. Here's something if something happens in death. But yeah, there's just some conversations I try to avoid, although I don't completely disagree that there definitely needs to be something established. But yeah, I guess at my regular money level, I never thought about a prenup.
Look, I got a question. So what if he came to her like, look, I love you and everything, but I would never marry you. We can be together for whatever, but I don't want to give you nothing I have if we ever decide to split. Would you accept that, knowing that he's a multi-billion-dollar, but he say he'll never marry you because he don't want to give his money to you in a divorce? Would you be okay with that?
Me in particular?
Oh, I mean, because I'm not going because I didn't say anything to this whole conversation because it's kind of tricky about all this. I don't like I agree with Nathan about going in and talking about we're going to break up. I wouldn't, because if I'm with somebody, I think that we're going to invest in each other. So we're going to probably do some endeavors together with both our names on it. So why would we want to try to find out the exact terms on each one of those, because we're all going to be doing everything together. So I mean, not saying we won't have our separate individual things, but I would think that at some point we're going to invest in something together. So that would be hard to split.
But look, let me say this though, real quick.
Can I answer that though? Can I answer that though, Don?
What I don't know. If
In what other aspect? In what other aspect of any part of your life do you not plan?
I always
Like you're saying I don't want to talk about the what ifs if we split up or if things go bad or if you get sick. I don't want
Okay.
like why don't you plan and work at the relationship like you doing your careers, you doing your education, you do it in every other aspect of life, but in the relationship you're like, oh, I just want it to work.
Wait.
No. Can I jump in? I want to because I initially said I'm sorry to Dara. I'm sorry to Dara, but I did initially say that. And that's why I didn't believe in prenups. But I do plan. The plan is to stay together. The plan is not to break up.
Thank you. That's what I was going to say, McFan, bro. I wanted to hit him with that.
Okay. I got shout out. That was a good answer. Good answer.
Answer, bro.
How is that a good answer? Okay, so that's a good answer. So say, Don,
I'm planning for us to, if we're having a life together, we're going to invest in something together. It's going to be a building with a joint, like with our last name on it. Something's going to have our last name on it. We're going to be together to do something for our kids, pass that on to their kids and things like. Why are we planning to break up when we're supposed to be planning for generational, wealth?
It's not. No, it's not planning to break up. It's taking precautions against things that are unforeseen. There are things that can happen.
It's your
It's like wearing putting your seatbelt on in a car is not preparing for a car wreck. You're not purposely driving with the intention of wrecking the car, but you are taking the precautions just in case. Life can hit you hard. Life can change things. There could be a car wreck. There could be brain damage. There could be comas. There could be sickness. There could be infidelity. There could be life that happens. And so you prepare for that.
It's in sickness and in health, though. In rich and rapport, though. I thought that's what I'm not saying we're just.
That's what I'm saying. And you know what, though? I have dated a couple of women, multiple women that are friends, and all of them say the same thing. Even some of them have been married. They all don't want to get married. And you know why? They all say it's a bad business deal. One way or another, that's the phrase. I mean, that's the term that they're using. It doesn't make sense for me to get married, or financially, it's better if we just stay up like unmarried and just stay together. And so it makes sense. Now, TkDaPoet, you said if a man is a millionaire and he's like multi-million and he's saying I think that would be wrong. As a man, I'm gonna at least make sure you're taken care of. While we're together, we're gonna build businesses in your name, and we're gonna do. So when we separate, you'll be straight, but I'm gonna take care of you. But I also don't think that you should donate and give that much of your life to somebody who's not gonna be able to financially take care of you after the fact. And because he's so well off, you lost 20 years of your life, bear children. He can leave you for somebody else, and then don't give you shit. That's wrong.
But look, I feel like there should be a prenup, because why would I give you all this money if you fucking around on me? If you out there fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry and shit, and we get a divorce and I got to give you half my money on top of that shit, are you shitting me? Nah. Look, and these women, if y'all in the situation where you're dating a rich man and he's telling you he'll never marry you and you won't get nothing if y'all split, get to the bag. Stack your money. Get you a somewhere else. Stack the money. So when y'all do split, you be cool. Like, okay, cool. Look, I don't see the problem.
What you gonna say? Because I'm in.
I want to say that I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but from a man's perspective, that is not what typically happens. So when you have a divorce rate of 60-something% and 80% of those divorces are initiated by women, you don't have the in sickness and health. You don't have till death do us part. The track record has shown that women leave men more frequently than ever before. It's not a lifelong commitment anymore, and it's 80% of the time it's women leaving men, and it's usually over financial reasons.
No, because women are emotional. They think off emotions. They don't think logical. They don't think like, oh, I need to stay with this motherfucker because they go off reactions, the emotions. That's why they get divorced. You know how many times I got to tell my wife, man, sit your ass down. Your ass ain't going nowhere. Sit your ass down. I don't care if we argue, fight, whatever. Sit your ass down. You ain't going nowhere. That's
Right.
it. Like no, we're not doing that. Uh-uh.
Yo, this is so hard. I can only give so much insight, guys. I'm 20. Okay, I'm giving you giving you all of me. Okay.
Right, but can you understand it from a man's perspective when you hear those numbers and why it would be scary for a man to approach it with the same way that you're thinking about it? You're thinking of it ideologically, and where you're thinking like ideally this is what I would want, and this is the kind of relationship I would want, and the man's looking at like, well, typically this is not what happens, and so typically it's a woman leaving a man.
And about the financial end,
so
trying to get what he has, and that's kind of I see where you're going with that. I can't argue. I have not there yet.
But like I said,
right
smart, get to the bag. Just tuck and save. It's like, man, I need my car broke down. I need money to fix it. Give me 20,000. Okay, here 20,000. Put 15 away and keep 5. Like, you know, hey, you gotta be smart. I can't tell y'all the game always, man. Like, come on, you gotta use knocking.
So then, like, do you think when we talk in marriage, do you think that there should be a regardless, when we talk to working people, I'm not talking about millionaire and thousandaire, hundredaire, and billionaires. I'm talking like we equally. Do you think that we should just share all finances? Do you think we should just have a bank account everybody pour everything into, or like how are we doing that?
I'm
the open book. So I guess I'm the more naive on the panel, right? The naive one. I do think, not saying we just all in, we got a big old pot and everybody throw it in. I'm saying, yes, joint accounts are ideal, because why are we hiding something? Like, I thought we was in this together. If you want to be an individual, what are we marrying for? What are we having this actual like commitment part, but outside of relationship for? If we're just like being individuals, let's be individuals. I don't get it.
I would say that is naive. I think you hold on. I think you should have a joint account for expenses. Absolutely. A joint account to cover expenses that you both contribute to, but then you should also have your own personal money that you can spend without any eyes being turned up like, oh, I can't believe you spent that money on this. Well, it's my money. I can spend it on how I want to. So you should be able to.
I'm not opposed to that. Everybody, like, it's a joint and then we have our own individuals. I'm just saying the lies and deception of like, oh, I kept this secret stash. Why do we have to do that? I think that's dumb, honestly.
Well, like, to me,
what TK was suggesting that women do it, hoard money away for when you do decide to leave, because 80% of y'all do choose to leave the man. So take the little bit he's giving you and put it up, so when you do decide to leave him, you have some extra money to go away with. That's what TK suggested.
I mean, well, you know what, Don? I'm with you on this. I don't even feel like it should be separate accounts. I feel like we should just go ahead and have our money. Now, if you want to say, okay, out of this money, you're gonna take, this much a month or this much a week or whatever, then that's cool. But honestly, I don't even feel like we got to do that. Just put all our money in the same account, and whatever our goals is, we work towards our goals. You want to go buy some shit, I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna come back and be like, "Hey, man, what you spend $700 for?" It's not that kind of thing unless you're being like, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're being like childish, irresponsible, then we got to talk about you being irresponsible. But it's not because I'm monitoring your money. I don't feel like either one should monitor the other person's money. You should have your expenses. Just because you watch, don't mean I need to go buy no cologne. You know what I'm saying? We in this together. But remember, we got to go. We going to do this, and we investing in that, and we building on this. So just don't get too crazy. Outside of that shit, go live life.
But see, like for me, it's a little bit.
Okay, so Danny, I got.
Listen, do I have to mute
Danny,
you?
I was gonna say. So with that, if you have that,
I have the mute button.
No, because I want fan to challenge me on this shit because this is all theory anyway. I ain't never done this shit, but that's what I want to do. That's what my idea is.
But let me say this real quick though. Like, and what I do is, yes, I'm in control of the money, but my wife do have a card that I give her that have money on it. So she can whatever she want to do, she can spend money off of it. So I keep my eyes and watch where the money goes and stuff like that, and make sure all the bills are paid and stuff like that. I keep track of all that, but she do have a card that she can go do whatever she want with it.
Literally supporting each other. That's what we're doing. We're supposed to be supporting each other. Why are we like doing individual stuff if we're supposed to be a unit? I don't get it.
So TK, when she get paid, does it go into the account that you have control over? Like the whole check goes into your account?
No, whatever money she makes, that's hers. I make the money. Is then I give her a card, so she does whatever she want to do with her money.
See, you know what? Fuck that too. Completely fuck that. Because what I make is ours, and what you make is yours. No,
it's not that. Like she contributes whatever she wants to, but it's not a pressure. It's like if I need it,
because no, I get what you're saying because you are the provider of the house, and that's how it should be, as it should. But we talking 2023, and the last chick I dated made 180,000 at her last position, and she left that motherfucker 5 years ago. I don't know where you at. I don't know what you make. But if we are married, we married. I'm controlling all of that.
But see, it's like you got to look at it like a basketball team. I do sports reference. I do coach and stuff like that. It's like LeBron. He can score 30, 35 points a game. He's an all-star, but sometimes AD got to come in and put 40 or 45 points up, while LeBron, he's making his 25 points. So it's an even balance. If I need a little assist, I need you to step up. Hey, you step up. It's a teamwork. So it's not that I'm making the money she spent, whatever. It's a teamwork.
Yeah, but see, my whole thing is like in that situation, is my girlfriend, that's cool. That's how we would work it as if we were living together, if it was my girl. But it's my wife, like, nah, we finna sit down and discuss what we finna do with this money. And we finna open up everything, open up all the books, 401k, 403b, what you got in your savings. This is what I got in my savings. Now my savings maybe 40,000, and your savings maybe 500,000. You know what I'm saying? But now we got 540,000, and what are we gonna do with 540? Now what I'm gonna do with 40? Now what you gonna do with 40 and match my 40 to make 80? No, this is something we're gonna have to decide. And this is right back to that last conversation about me running shit, but at the same time, it's not a dictatorship. I'm not coming in and saying, well, this is what we got to do. But no, we're going to discuss this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Finances is something you're supposed to be discussing, bro. Like, that is a part of the conversation. That's a part of the love language. You know what I'm saying? That's like, come on, man. We're supposed to be talking about finances.
Right.
Yeah, but look, I'm like this. Tell me if this crazy. Like, this might be a crazy way of thinking, but I want to be in a part where, if wifey asks me, look, I need 10,000. Here's 10,000. I have to give it to her without no question or no, because as my wife, she should make the right decision. Yeah. So, I want that level of trust where I can just trust you. Like, here, you want 10,000 or you want 5,000? You need 200, whatever. I shouldn't question you about what you're gonna do with the money, because we as a team, you're not gonna let this team go under. You ain't gonna let this team fall. So it's a level of trust and commitment that you have with your spouse. So
TK, let's take this, rewind this, because you asked me last time I was on the panel, we were having a similar discussion, and I said I should run the money in my house, and this is how I feel thoroughly about this. But if you're better at running money, then I'm coming to you, talking to you about can I get this and can I do that? But same time, if my wife takes 10,000. We should have an understanding that this is our 10,000. It's not that you're asking me for it. You're taking it out of our money. It's not the 40,000 that I got. You're not coming to borrow not knowing what I got in my account. You're coming to get this out of our joint account, because all of our money goes into this account. Our savings are together. Everything is our shit. At that point, if you're taking 10, you're taking 10 from us, not from me.
Okay, so question is, you don't trust her enough for her to do the right thing?
Yeah, we're not even having that discussion. Like, yeah, go ahead. But I will want to know what it's for though. I'm asking, like, because
why do you
because this is what I feel like it should be. My wife should be my mirror. If I'm going into a business opportunity, right? If I'm going into the business and I'm like, this is what I'm going to invest in, this is what, and my wife says, hey, look, now before I do that, I'm talking to my wife about it. I'm saying, hey, look, this is what I'm going to do, blah, 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 blah. If there's something I'm missing or something that's wrong, that's her job, is to be my mirror, to say, hey, look, you forgot about this. You missed this part. When you shave, I'm bald. So when I shave the back of my head, I use my mirror to make sure I ain't missing shit. That's my mirror, to make sure I ain't missing shit. I need to be the same thing for her. She says she needs 10. It's not a no, but it's a why. Like, what we using 10,000 for? Well, my brother this. Okay, well, that's your family shit. We not, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm investing in this. Well, what's the investment? Let's discuss that.
So you don't trust her decision making?
No, just like, I mean, I trust it just as much as she trusts mine. I'm saying that it should be a joint decision regardless. I'm not saying no. I'm saying, like, okay, if you say you want 10,000 to get a car, and I go look at the car and I'm like, it's a better car, let's go look at a better car, then we just look at a better car. It's not a no. It's just it might be a better way to do it that you're missing. We discuss it.
It's not a no. It's, I don't trust your decision.
No, it's not. That's not what I said at all. If I want to go buy something or do something, we discuss it and figure out the best way to do it. Same thing as her. If she wants to go do it, it's not a no. It's a yes, but let's make sure that we're doing it the best way possible, the smartest way possible. Let's look at all the X's and O's first.
So you don't trust her decision making at the end of the day? Because
I'm not saying that. No, I trust hers as much as I trust mine. As she should trust mine. But we should, either one of us, make a big decision. We should discuss with each other to make sure that we're making the decision the best way possible. It's not what we're doing with the money. It's the best way to do it. So if you're buying a house and you're like, I'm going to put this 10,000 down. I'm like, well, wait, before you do that, let's look at other, you know what I'm saying, plans and let's make sure we're getting the best property for the money. Let's make sure we're putting the right amount down. Let's make sure we covering our bases before we make this decision. Same thing as if I was going to do it. I'm like, baby, look, I'm going to do this. Let's discuss this to make sure I'm not fucking up.
So you don't trust her decision making?
You keep asking the same thing. I'm going to keep telling you the same thing. Two heads are better than one. We make this decision together.
But go ahead, Don.
I'm gonna speak on what TK trying. Because he's trolling you, but he's trying to.
I know, and I'm gonna keep answering.
Well, he's saying, like, if y'all on the same page, like, not just on the same page. If you trust her truly, you'll know that her best interest is already, like, you trust her best interest. Meaning that also you do understand that, like, she has an opinion in the situation. It's not saying that the man ain't the leader, but my opinion is gonna, like, eventually not overweigh yours, but it might, like, I can bring the different perspective this time. And then you should be able to trust my opinion sometimes. Even still being the leader, I'm still playing my role. You still in front. But sometimes I might, like he said, I see something you don't see. And then
okay. So let me answer y'all both again. Like, I'm gonna try to answer it in a different way. No, let's flip the script. Let's flip the script. Let's say I want $10,000. Okay. Right? And I am going to discuss it with her first. And she may say no. And I might be dead set on yes. And we're going to discuss why not. And then from there, I might just be like, nah, I'm going to pull back on this. You right. I might just be like, fuck it, I'm going to go pull the trigger and still use the $10,000. She has the same right. She can come in and say, this is what I want to use the money for. And I might be like, yeah, but let's do it this way. And she still want to do it her way, she can. If I say no, if she still want to do it, then do it. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not I'm not saying, like, when I say I control the shit, I'm not saying that's the final answer. You may still feel strong about what you're doing, and we're going to have to agree to disagree. And, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. But I'm telling you, I don't agree with this shit.
When do you trust her opinion? When do you trust her opinion, too? Because it's not going to be always, like, it's like 100% of the time you can't always be right. Let's just be for real. Anybody can be 100% right. That's why we have
the darn, I think you just missed everything I just said. I said if I have to go get her opinion too. And if she says no, I might still go. And if I say no, she might still go. I can't. That's it. It is what it is. It's an opinion. I'm giving my opinion on what she wants to do with our money. If she wants to do it anyway, she still has veto rights to go do it anyway.
But when
hold on, Don. Let me intervene real quick.
I'm gonna let you get it.
So what if, let's get this analogy. We are poets. We like analogies and stuff like that. So let's say your woman's cooking in the kitchen. She on the stove whipping a pot. No, she throwing the ingredients in there. Everything's smelling good. You ain't gonna tell her like, wait, hold on, wait a minute. Is that paprika? Like why you putting paprika in there? You're not gonna stop her in a mid dash and ask her why she putting paprika in the whatever. You
using the wrong analogy because I could. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. And she can still use the paprika because it's her decision to use it. I'm still gonna say, like, you know what? You could have used this Mrs. Dash. I like the Mrs. Dash a little better. Maybe next time we try it, or maybe you just gonna stick with the paprika from now on. You ain't gotta try Mrs. Dash, but I like Mrs. Dash on this.
So you telling me when your chick was in the kitchen, you was questioning everything she put in the pot?
No, I'm not questioning everything. Most of the shit we gonna agree on.
What?
But I'm just saying, did you question the water while she was boiling the water? Did you ask her why are you boiling the water?
No, that's what I said. Most of it we agree on. Most of the things that she goes in and does, we've already have an understanding. So she moves, we move as a unit. When I move, she moves. We understand each other. We're talking about if she has something that's outside of what our bubble is, and she sees something I don't see, and she like, you know what? Now let's put it in this perspective. She calls me and says, "Hey, I'm taking out 10,000." right now because I'm in Florida and I got an opportunity. And I ain't got no time to discuss it with you. I need that money right now today. She got that money right now today. There's no questions asked. Okay. Because I trust her to make that decision. But if she's like, well, I'm finna go put in on something, now we at the house, then yeah, we finna sit down. Like, what we finna put in on? What we doing?
Look, I can use that kitchen scheme and turn it into an NBA scheme and do a whole nother scheme with it. Just wait a minute. So just like AD pull up for a 3-pointer shot. You think LeBron gonna question them, talk about why you pull up for a 3-pointer shot?
No.
Oh, why you make that pass?
No.
It's a question your teammate.
Ooh.
Your teammate.
And that's what I just said. Did I just say? I did not just say the Miami comment. She made a call and said, "I need 10,000 right now. I'm finna take it out the." She ain't got to call me. For real. If we in that situation and she make that move and she come back and was like, "Dude, I just took out 10." Because it was something in Miami. It was an investment in Miami that I saw, and I just had to, it was something we had to take care of. I mean, I had to invest in right then. There's no questions asked. Like, I'm going to ask her after the fact, like, so what, you know what I'm saying? What's our return and what we looking like what happened? But I'm not going to question, like, dude, what the fuck do you think you was doing? Like, no, that's not the question. You made the decision. I trust your decision making.
You just said, hold on, wait a minute now. Hold on. Now you trust her decision making, but before you didn't.
No, I never said I didn't. You said I didn't because you was trying to troll me. I said whenever there's a possibility of us discussing it first, we discuss it first. That's all. Because regardless if I agree or don't agree, that has nothing to do with it. If I don't agree, then I'm just letting you know what my opinion is. You can still do it. But I'm just telling you, but if I do agree, then I agree. If I agree and say, hey, we should do it a different way, then I agree and we should do it a different way. But it's not an end all to say all because that's your investment. That's your thing that you're putting the money in on. It's not mine.
Is Finn still muted?
No, Finn is not muted.
No, I'm listening to y'all's tomfoolery.
I see you.
No, because you're trying to put words in my mouth, and I can't allow that because I know words too well.
Listen, I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm just I would just go through all the bullshit and get it straight to the point. The straight to the point is it's about trusting the person that you're with. It's not about them saying, "Oh, let me run through this by you just to make sure it's okay." Whatever they can if they want to, but it's about trusting. I'm talking about fully committing and trusting your partner that you're with. So that you feel like whenever they ready to pull up for a three, you shouldn't question why they pulling up for a three. It had to be. It must be needed. She has your best interest at heart. If she has his family in her mindset, she's not gonna make the wrong decision. So why you
Okay.
can't trust her to make the right decision? Why she have to come to you to say, okay, is this right or wrong? Why you won't allow her to make that decision? Why you have to speak?
So let me try this again, bro. Because I keep saying the same thing, and you keep trying to say it's a me not trusting my woman thing. Because again, I said if she feels in her heart that's the move to make, then make it. But what I'm saying is, whenever Anthony Davis, you want to shoot that three? Cool. What I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna go to the basket. I'm gonna draw the defense in. You're gonna go off a screen. And once you come off the screen from Hachimura, then I'm gonna pass it to you. Then you're gonna shoot the three. You're not gonna just take it, dribble down the court, and shoot the three. That's not the best way to shoot the three. I think if we get you open, you have a better chance of making it. That's all I'm saying. Yes, you shoot the three if that's what you want to do. But let's do it this way. And if you say, nah, I want to come down court and shoot it anyway, then come down court and shoot it. But I still think that that's a better way to shoot the three, is to get a screen for me to draw the defense and then for me to pass it to you in the open. Like,
So, question: do you think you need to give Steph Curry that shot? You think you're gonna tell Steph Curry that? Oh, go around the pick and shoot the three? Are you gonna tell Steph Curry that? Or you
does Steph Curry not go around the pick and shoot the three?
Always, he always.
Every time. Exactly.
But don't he come up the court and bust that thing at the same time too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He does. From way damn near half court. And if that's the shot you want to take, then that's the shot you want to take. And I'm not saying you can't take that shot.
But do you think
what I'm saying is if you're going to take the shot, let's try to make it the most, you know what I'm saying? You set you up for success the easiest way. Same as if I'm going to take the money. So it's not a no for me. It's not a no for you. It's just a how. And I think that we should discuss the how. And if you don't want to, we ain't got to.
So my question is, are you going to question Steph Curry for taking that shot?
No.
Okay. Because
if you want to avoid the conflict, have a joint bank account with that covers your bills and your expenses, and then have your separate money that you can spend on whatever. And then you have your separate money after all your expenses are already paid. You have your separate money there that you can go buy your video games, and she can't say shit about how much you're spending on video games or your sneaker collection or whatever. She can't say, well, you spent $1,000 on this. Well, you spent your $1,000 on whatever the fuck you wanted. So you keep you make sure your house is taken care of, and then have your separate money, so ain't no argument. You can't tell me what to spend my money on.
Now, Finn, let me ask you a question. I'm gonna put you in the same bag that he just tried to put me in, that he's just still not acting like he don't understand what I'm saying. But y'all got that going. She said she wants some money out of y'all shared account. How do you deal with that?
Go on.
We gotta talk about that. If it's coming out of our expenses, if it's coming out of what we're spending on our house, or what we're spending on our household, or in our vehicles, and taking care of the house and making sure our daily lives are taken care of, if you're drawing money from that, we talk about it, period.
And so, like in TK's wild ass, I don't understand English ass theory, that means you don't trust your woman. But I'm assuming that you trust your woman because y'all got a joint account to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
you trust your woman. That ain't got something to do with shit.
Fully trust.
You have your
fully.
I rest my case, TK.
Fully trust.
Fully.
Oh man, we gotta do another topic, y'all.
Fully trust. Fully trust doesn't always go hand in hand with what you're saying. Discussing it doesn't mean that you don't trust. Having a prenup does not mean that you're planning on things to fail. Talking about things and openly communicating is how you healthily grow in a relationship. If your wife does not come to you and discuss what she's taking 10 grand out of your joint account for, she's the problem. If she doesn't respect you enough to bring that to your attention and discuss it with you, that is a bad partnership. That is a bad person to have in your corner. If they're willing to take that without discussing it with you, that is not who you want on your team.
Let
Okay,
me
it's
try to
not
do
that
it
you
in
don't trust them
poetic
to make
terms.
the right decision. It's that they don't. It's that they don't have the respect to even run it by you.
Listen,
That
I
is
got
not who you want on your team.
so listen, I got a question. So
No, let me do it in poetic terms. We fully trust, plus we discuss, bruh.
okay, but do you fully trust anything?
As
Anybody?
much as
Do
you
y'all
can,
fully trust anything?
as much as you can. Like, you
God.
know what I'm saying?
So,
When you say fully trust, nah.
so do you fully trust God?
I fully trust that. I fully trust that I'm going to pay taxes and I'm going to die. I fully trust in that.
I don't even fully trust in either one of those.
I fully trust in God.
Okay. I'll digress, but go off.
We're not doing nothing.
No. So what I'm saying is, if the person doesn't have the communication to discuss with you big purchases, that's an issue. If you get upset that somebody has withdrawn a large amount of money, take it away from your household finances, and they get upset with you for questioning them, that's a problem. That shows a lack of respect. And in respect, it doesn't matter who the breadwinner is. It doesn't matter who the main provider is in the relationship. The respectful thing to do is any large purchases, any spending of large amounts of money should be both agreed upon by both parties.
Listen, I understand that, but this is my idea of a perfect relationship is fully trusting. And that's where I was trying to get a point at is the fully trusting. It wasn't about, we checking each other to make sure that everything was right. It's about the fully trusting, the fully commitment where I could trust you with any and everything without even questioning you. That's what type of relationship that I dream of. The fully commitment where I don't have to take a second thought. Me and you on the same page.
Right.
That's the relationship that I dreamed of. Just a fully trusting commitment where I don't have to question you. If you want 100,000, I got 100,000 here. Here you go. Because I fully trust.
But see what you're talking about, that fully trust. It's why do you want that only in this one type of relationship that you have? You don't have that fully trust in business. Like even huge corporations like Amazon have a board of trustees. Everybody runs through it. Even though all these people are qualified to make financial decisions and it's going to be for the benefit of everybody on that committee, they run it by each other. They run it by each other and make the decision together for the betterment of the business. The same thing with the betterment of the household.
Listen, I understand that, but I'm talking about relationship between a man and a woman where I tell my deepest and darkest secrets to. The one I hold and think that she can hold every conversation that I have to and hold it precious to her, not letting it escape. It's someone that, I also fully trust and commit. When you in business, you can't trust none of them motherfuckers. Let's just be honest. Wait.
Now we're going back to marriage, though. That's a business contract. So you saying can't trust none of the motherfuckers, but that's who you signed the contract with.
No, but are you sleeping with your CEO, the vice president?
I mean, if she in business with me, but my wife would be at least into my business with me.
Okay, and that's different relationships. When you're in a relationship with your spouse and y'all go into business together, you fully trust that person. The other person you bring into the company, you don't know that person. You might think you know that person, but you don't fully know that person that to handle your business, stuff like that. So your trust level with somebody else versus your spouse is different. You can't think of a business mind. You can, but it's more into it than, oh, this is just my business partner or this is a business transaction, because y'all got more than business versus someone you don't know and y'all just have a business relationship. That's something totally different. We're talking about your spouse. That's something totally different.
Totally feel it.
But go off then,
I mean, going off, then I think that is very naive. I think that is a naive way to handle a relationship with any other human being, because whether you like it or not,
because
you can trust You can trust all you want. You can trust all you want. And I'm not saying that anything bad's going to happen, but if you go in there and the person is not being respectful enough to talk to you about it, and then you're just blindly trusting, and then they do something that you don't like, don't get upset about it. Don't be mad about it because you didn't care.
This is your spouse. What are you talking about? Y'all communicate always. Ain't like nothing like y'all don't communicate or anything like that. You know.
Yeah.
No, you just said you want to blindly trust. You said out of your mouth, you said I want to blindly trust. And what I'm saying, that's a naive way to be because you don't blindly trust anything else in any aspect of your life ever.
Let me break it down to you. Let me break it down to you. It's not that I'm trusting her in every aspect. I'm trusting her to deal with the money. I'm trusting her to come back and tell me what's going on. I'm entrusting her with everything. It's not just here's the money. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I'm entrusting her to tell me about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you're not understanding. I'm fully trusting in her. Whatever she has to do with this money, telling me, I'm fully trusting her. I'm not going to say, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know nothing about it. No, it's nothing like that. So
how many times? How many times are you trusting? How many times is she taking 10 grand out the account and it coming back or it not coming back? It just disappearing without her talking to you about it before you say, hey, what's going on?
That's not
like Sam Rothman type shit. Yeah.
Comfortable adults just taking out large amounts of money for no reason at all. I'm not going in trusting somebody like that, and I'm gonna trust the person that I can communicate with. That I know we're already communicating on the back end, so I already know what you're probably gonna do with the money anyway. That's why I trust you because we're always.
So because you've already established a relationship based on the respect and the communication. Okay, if it's a one-time thing and you already have that established, okay. But if it becomes a behavior of where there is the communication doesn't have to be there. I trust them blindly, but the money still comes up missing every month. When are you gonna say like, hey, now we have to have a talk about this?
You know what, fam? Let me slide in. I think I'm in 100% agreement with you, but I'm kind of feeling a different way. Like I feel like it's not really a trust thing. It's knowing my partner and understanding. So by the time that you're taking money, that I should be able to have an understanding that you're going to invest this. This is not I'm taking the money. It's an investment thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're investing together. And so if you take the money and invest it or trying to build something, you already understand that this is what we do. Mm-hmm. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what the money is for. This is our goal. So if you're trying to help me reach the goal, but if you coming up making bad investments and the money disappearing, then I'm not going to trust you. You know what I'm saying? I understand you enough to know that you want to help, but you're not making the right decision. So
exactly,
your privileges revoked.
Yes. Exactly what I was saying. You said exactly what I said. Yes. It's a lack of trust. It's a level of trust that you have with that person. Once that person break that trust and then you don't trust that person fully. But if you fully trust in this person, you're not worried about what decision they're making because you fully trust that person. Once you don't fully trust that person, then you got questions.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So your wife take out 10,000. You ain't asking no questions because you trust her.
No, because I trust her. If she take out 10,000, I'm trusting her that she gonna do the right thing. Then eventually she'll come and talk to me because she gonna know that I seen the $10,000 come out. I get alerts every time some money come out of my account. I look at it. Okay, cool. Ain't like that. I'm not gonna know. Like she's hiding the money, or she taking 10,000 to hide, and I didn't know nothing about it.
You're not gonna ask.
What? Well, I don't know about y'all, but I'm an average income earner. So if anybody takes 10 grand out of any fucking thing that I own, I'm asking questions because 10 grand is a lot of fucking money to me. So
that's what I'm gonna ask. Like you ain't asking
TK. We are fucking talking about it. We're having a conversation, and there better be some big time comeback on that 10 grand because that's a lot of fucking money.
Look, I'm not sure about. My wife got $11,000 ring on her hand. You think I care about 10 racks? Let's talk about it.
What?
Let's talk about it.
Okay. So this is my understanding though. If my wife takes out 10,000 out of our account, it is to grow that. It is not for any expenditure. If you're using it for an expenditure, if you're going shopping or you want to go do some shit with your girls, oh hell yeah, we talking.
But
We talking like a motherfucker. But if you're taking it to invest or something like that, we'll talk about that shit when you get back. Or we'll talk about it before you make the investment. My whole thing was we are investing that 10. We're not taking that shit.
Yeah.
But it's about what woman that you're dealing with, what woman that you trust. You know, if you know your woman have a gambling problem, okay, you're not gonna have that trust. At the end of the day, it has to be how much do you trust your woman? So
but you also got to understand in a relationship, hold on. In a relationship, not everybody's going to be good at everything. Not everybody's going to be good at everything.
So McFan, I got a question. If you're in a relationship out of 1 through 10, 10 being the highest, how much trust do you have in your woman?
When I'm dating, I ain't even talking relationship. I'm talking dating. It's a 10.
Okay. What?
It's a 10 before we meet. I start off at a 10. You don't earn my trust, you lose it.
So a woman walk up to you and you be like, "Here, I'm gonna trust you with 20,000." You don't know them. You don't know.
No, I ain't giving you my money.
But you can't say it's a 10 then.
No, trust and money ain't got shit to do with each other. It's the understanding. I need to know what the fuck you doing.
But trust, you said trust at a 10. That's the highest that you can go. So
yes.
You trust them with anything.
I think it should.
I trust you to be who you say you're gonna be. I trust my mama. My mama can't come and be like, let me get 20 grand and I'm not gonna ask no questions. I love them and trust my mama a 10. I trust my mama 10. But my mama asked for 20,000. I'm like, what you need 20,000 for?
Okay, so let's say if you had a person that was good with finance and that always double and triple your money.
Yeah.
And listen, they took $10,000 out your account without you asking, but they always triple and double your money back. You trust them. You trust them with your money. They take 10,000 out of your account. Are you gonna?
So wait, when they take 10, I'm gonna ask them next time I talk to them. Like, hey, what was the 10 for? If they was like, oh, I was trying to invest in something, then we good. Nothing else said.
But you're not gonna trip, right? Because they always flip your money, right? So
So it depends on what they're doing with the money. It depends on what they're doing with the money. If she flipping the money by hosting stripper parties that she's dancing at, I'm probably not gonna fucking be a part of that. Even if it's double or tripling up, what she's doing with the money matters. Just like if he takes the money out the girls out the joint account and starts hustling, allegedly selling packaged material, allegedly, then that might be a problem when it gets caught up. What the person is doing with the money defines how the relationship is going to continue financially.
So let's say allegedly I was selling T-shirts and stuff like that, and a said person didn't have the money to purchase the T-shirts up front, so you front them, 25 shirts, whatever, for them to sell. Are you trusting them to give you your money back?
Yeah, but that's under a different set of rules. That's under a different set of rules.
Hold on,
the t-shirt game. No, hold on. The t-shirt game is a tough business. First of all, it's cutthroat. Selling t-shirts is not for the faint of heart, and so there is the implications if you don't come back with this t-shirt money. Bad things could and will happen to you.
Okay, so just say the person selling the t-shirts, allegedly selling the t-shirts, he comes back every time with your money, and he like, man, I know you used to give me 25 shirts. Can you give me 100 shirts? Are you gonna trust them?
Yeah. When after the relationship has been established and they've been proven to show this, but they have that one time to mess up, and then guess what? That's it.
Okay.
That one time that they take that 100 shirts, you bump it up to 100 shirts, they're selling 100 shirts. And then they come back short on that 100 shirts. They're not getting no more until they pay that back, right?
And that's why I'm saying it's the level of trust that you have with somebody. You're not gonna question them.
Built on behavior. That type of trust is established over behavior. It's over proven characteristics that they've done. And then if they're not telling you what they, like I said, if anybody takes the money, like Uncle Sam has to divulge what they're doing with my tax dollars. That's how picky I am about my money.
But I don't think they're really gonna tell you. Well, okay, we digress. Go off.
Well, they do. They do. They tell you exactly how much your tax money is being spent where. That is public information, and they tell me. So I know where my tax dollars going.
So they call you and say, "Yo, Phineas, we spent."
No, it's public information that they vote on it. They vote on it. They every year they vote on the budget and they tell me where your money's going. And I'm like, I don't agree with that, but I can't really fucking stop it. But
y'all saying the same thing that I'm saying. That's why I'm like, it's kind of like, hey, I'm a genius at this. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me tweak and twerk my own horn. I'm a genius at this because you're saying the same thing I'm saying, because I'm saying it's your spouse, your wife, someone that you didn't seen and know their habits and stuff like that. You said build, you didn't see them deal with money. You didn't see them, move mountains. So you're not. So your belief in them is a 10 because you didn't seen them do certain things. So you're not gonna question it. That's why I say it's the level of trust. So you're not gonna question that person when you have a level.
No, I'm still gonna question it. I'm still gonna question it because even when I give that nice young gentleman 100 shirts to sell, that's with the intention of him selling 100 shirts. So we've already had that. That's in the gift of that 100 shirts is with the intention of them selling allegedly those shirts and then bringing back a profit to me allegedly. So that's the intention. So if the spouse is taking money without discussing it with me, that's an issue. No matter what it's spent on, no matter even if it's coming back at a profit, is where, why, where, what, how. When, with whom, what the fuck is going on? You talk to me about it. Period.
So wait, let me flip this, because I believe we had a conversation last time about same-sex friends. How do you feel about that, TK?
TK is all about it.
So your wife can have same-sex, like guy friends. Your wife, is you good with that?
If he's my friend, yes, of course. He has to be my friend.
Nah, I'm talking about her friend.
You cool with them hanging out by themselves late at night?
Yeah,
on a regular basis? Just the two of them?
He has to
just
be
the two of them, like not even telling you that they're going out?
But listen.
I'm saying, if they were to go out by themselves.
Look, you asked me a question. Let me answer. So, if he's my friend, he'll know that he don't want to cross those lines. So I'm not worried about it. Because if he cross those lines, allegedly, it's not gonna go well. So knowing me as a friend, and you know my insane level, you wouldn't cross their line. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's why I say if you're my friend, you will know, like, okay, that he's kind of like throw it off. I ain't gonna. But if you're not my friend, you might try that. But like, oh, then allegedly things might happen.
But this is.
But I'm saying, like, so if he's not your friend,
no, hold on, Danny.
No, you're saying you trust him, nigga. Okay, go ahead.
No, hold on, Danny. Hold on. So what you're saying is her friend, as long as it's your friend, but they can't hang out without you, but you can hang out without her. So that's not really her friend. That's just her being friendly with somebody that you're friends with.
Facts.
What?
I don't know what you said.
Yeah, like
what he's saying is, if you and dude friends first.
I'm not saying that we friends first. He can be her friend first, but if he's not my friend, there's no way in hell that you're her friend.
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
then my question goes to then, you don't trust her.
He's not really her friend, is what I'm saying, because you don't want them hanging out at weird hours of the night without you there, without communicating with you. That's not your friend. Whereas if you were to hang out with him, in the middle of the night, she would be okay with that. She's not going to necessarily say no to you, to where if she was hanging out with a girlfriend.
Listen, let me clear, because I am him. I am Himothy. You can't trick me at my position. So let me explain to you clearly. I am my wife protector. I protect her at all costs. So if I'm not there, I trust her. I don't trust him. So if I'm not there to protect her from him, because he might trip out and have an episode and forget they friends and try to try something. I don't trust him. It's not that I don't trust my wife. I don't trust him. There's a big difference.
That's what I just said. They're not really friends. That's what I just said. I just said that.
Now, if he was
they're not really friends.
Okay, so I'm saying if he was my friend, he'll know. Like just like with Finn, you're my friend. If I leave you with my wife and something happens, you know what will happen. As a friend, you wouldn't cross that boundary.
Allegedly,
we can say allegedly, but there was a real fact. So I'm just saying, like, if you was my friend, you're not gonna do that because But if you're not my friend, then okay, something can happen.
I don't know where we're going with this.
But even as your friend, I would not put myself in a predicament that anything could even be misconstrued. So I would outside of extreme circumstances, I would not be in a situation where I would be alone with your wife.
But I'm saying hypothetically. We're not saying
I'm just saying, as your friend, I would not put myself in a position that anything could even be said that something happened.
Right, because you're my friend and But if you wasn't my friend, you wouldn't give a about it.
Right. Facts.
That's what I'm saying.
But exactly what I was saying too. What I was saying though is also why I'm saying I'm not your wife's friend is because we are not able to have that same type of relationship that you and me have on a friendship level, to where when I come into town, you can come scoop me up and we can sit in the car and listen to music and read poetry and share thoughts and ideas with each other in the middle of the night, and it not be an issue with your wife. But if me and your wife were sitting in that same car while you were at the house at that hour, it would become an issue, is what I'm saying. The friendship is at a different level because we're different people, man.
See, you don't understand how my mind thinks. I wouldn't trip because I know that you as my friend, you'll handle yourself.
Wouldn't be in that car.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't be in that car.
So there wouldn't be no issue.
Oh my goodness.
But like I said, my wife, she can have friends as long as they are my friends. But we here
because you don't trust her.
No, I trust
you don't trust her.
It's him.
Well, how do you trust? How do you trust her if you're not trusting her to make the right decision on who her friends are?
I mean,
how is that fully blindly trusting her if you have to govern who her friendships are? How is that fully blindly trusting your partner, TK?
No, I trust her. I don't trust him. That's the difference. That's what you're not understanding.
So that means
our intention to be 100% pure. His can't. We last time we talked about.
So what you're saying is she chooses poor people to involve in her life. She makes bad decisions on who she lets into the friendship level of her life. You're saying that you do not trust the people that she invites into her space and who she allows access to. You don't trust her to make those decisions.
We all do. We all make poor friend decisions.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Let's be honest. That's not excluding nobody. Finn, we both made poor decisions on choosing friends. We thought they was cool. Our intentions thought they was cool to us, but they turned out to be something totally different. That's not on us.
I just don't think men can be friends because someone's gonna have bad intentions, or the woman. Somebody has bad intentions. I'm just saying. Even if it didn't start that way, that's all I'm saying. I think
I agree. I agree with the Don. The Don's the only one out of any of y'all that are making any kind of sense tonight.
Nigga, I was agreeing with you, motherfucker.
Yes.
All the way in school, bro. I'm trying to like ease it. We can talk about something else.
But look, we here at the final hour. I wanted to give everybody a chance, to give you a handle so people can follow you and support, and also, shout out everything that y'all doing so they can feed into what y'all got going on. I'm gonna start with McFan, microphone McFan, man. I'm going ahead and give you the flow.
Appreciate it, man. I'm a Microphone McFan. You pretty much can search me up on Microphone McFan on everything. And shit, right now I'm just really getting back into poetry. So you catch me on my live. Like, I try to do it at least once a week. Outside of that, it's just a bunch of memes and a bunch of jokes and good conversation. I'm always here though.
Okay. I'm gonna bring up Finn the Human. Go ahead, Finn the Human. Go ahead and tell them where they can find you at.
Man, you find me at Phineas Scientist White on Facebook, and that's about it. Man, just Finn the Human.
Okay, Finn the Human. I got you. Now we got the did done. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So this is the Don, like the morning sun. You can follow me on Instagram at Adonis with 3 S's. You can also find me on my YouTube channel at Awakening222. You're gonna find a lot of content there, and then at my Facebook at Adonis Wilburn. All right, I better see y'all.
Okay. And we have exclusive. Shout out to
What's going on, everybody? Thank you once again. I am exclusive. I keep it 100 because anything less is somebody else. You can find me on the live poetry after dark every Friday at 9:00 p.m. Run on in, like I said in the beginning. Spit your bars. Come to talk about your talent, your music, your whatever, your raps, your spoken word, your poetry. You can definitely find me all across social media platforms. On Facebook, it would be Melissa the Exclusive. On TikTok and on your Instagrams and Twitters, it is Exclusive Rain. If you can find somebody in Poetry Life, you can find me because we're all a unit.
Facts.
Okay. I'm gonna do something different. Real quick. Comments. Whoever in the comment section, I want y'all to give one person to do a poem. We still got people watching. We're gonna leave it up to the comments. Hey, y'all give one person to do a poem to get up out of here. Go ahead and drop that name in the comment, and let's see who pop up.
That's crazy. Like that.
Let's see who they choose.
Well, too on the same thing,
Anybody. Oh, they said exclusive. Oh, we got exclusive.
But wait, do I have to say it off the top? Can't I just play the one I've recorded?
Hey,
Can I play the one I recorded?
Oh, we got 2 exclusives. Oh, 3. Oh,
that's because I know them. That don't count.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the flow and let you do what it do.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Hold up, now,
I didn't even have anything.
I'm gonna give you the flow. We want to see these reactions. Go ahead.
But wait, can I just play my poem? Can I? I feel like can I do that?
Nah, we're not doing that.
But I've recorded
Poetry Life.
No, we like the real MCs. You gotta spit. Yes.
All right, fine. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you got it in the
We live.
That's where we at. All right.
You got this. You already know.
I'm gonna read it. All right, I'm gonna give y'all the written version of Self-Control the G Mix.
Okay, let's go.
Self-control. Let me get back into this shit right quick. Because baby, it's the me for me. It's me choosing not to post those receipts or snatching off the covers to reveal the shit that's all over your dirty ass sheets. It's letting you go ahead and tell your side of the story. Because I already know I've been nominated and won the award for the villain category. But let me tell you something. Whoever you talking to over there don't pay shit over here, so I don't care what they overhear or what they heard, shorty. Self-control. It's me turning a blind eye to the lies and going behind closed doors to wipe off the psychological game bullshit that you chose to smear on my face. Let me ask you a question. How did we go from being like conjoined twins or at least friends to these mutations of another creation? When did you and I become an alien nation?
Let's go.
Self-control. It's me choosing isolation so I can avoid the manipulation of being told of hallucinogenic situations and character assassinations. It's me trying to avoid the blast of your friendly fire penetration.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Self-control. It's choosing the disintegration of your visitation while I'm working through my stages of incubation, which for me is self-growth. It's having the keys to your annihilation, but not using it to unlock your skeletons, because honestly, it serves me no justification. Self-control. It's having the fascination and wanting an explanation, but watching from a distance so you can perform your own thorough investigation.
Go off.
It's me standing still when I got the coordinates and your location with all the gas, all the smoke, zero fucks, and absolutely no hesitation. But I ain't coming for you. Self-control. It's remaining a queen, as in coronation, and not letting you examine and bury me alive like you graduated with a coroner's occupation. It's pleading the fifth when you've been both the victim and the witness, but self-control reminds you again to silence your conversation so you can watch the transformation in their translations. I can't control you, true, but I'm responsible for my own regulation. And I've chosen to learn my lesson. So it's a cap and gown type of education. Welcome to my graduation. Oh, and by the way, you're welcome.
Let's go. Talk to him.
Wait, already.
Let's go.
Nope.
Thank you.
Fire.
Right.
Give it up. Give it up for exclusive. Fire. Fire. Man, hey, man, I appreciate everyone coming up, man. Hey, the Don, stay when we go ahead and end the live. Got a little something that we can talk about. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody that coming out here, being the human microphone fan, exclusive to the Don. Y'all already know who this is. It's TkDaPoet. You already know that you ain't got to quote it. And if I spoke it, you already know what that means. Y'all, hey, stay tuned. We here every week. We out.